you are wanting to complete the Snowcap Index or Bestiary, this is exactly how we're going to do this. So starting off, we're just going to come over to the shipwright. I got to get a boat to go over there, and this will give me plenty of time to explain the methods for how to complete this the fastest. So there are multiple stages to Snowcap, meaning there's going to be multiple processes to get this. But before we go, make sure that you head on over to Sunstone Island, on up to Merlin if you know where that is. If not, I'll show you real quick. But we're going to buy ourselves some luck because this will help increase our chances and make it so much easier. I would only recommend doing this though after you have obtained all of the most common ones, because once again, you don't want to make the common ones the hardest ones to get with buying luck. So I'm just going to climb up here, pull out my glider. Now, if you're doing this normally, you're just going to come on through the middle, climb up this ladder. This will just increase our chances and make it a whole lot easier for the initial getting of the mythics. Now, once again, I would only recommend doing this if you are stuck on a fish or trying to do the legendaries and mythics. So you're going to come in here, talk to Merlin. What can you do for me? And you're going to purchase yourself some luck. Now, that will make it a lot easier when it comes to getting these mythics and legendaries. So I'm going to conch back on over to Moosewood just so I can get there a bit faster. On in my boat once again. We're going to head on over to Snowcap Island. So once again, if you do not have the fish radar, you can buy it just right over there at the dock. This will make it so much easier when finding the zones for this fish. So we're going to come on over to Snowcap Island. I'm going to just crash in as soon as I land there. And once you're over at Snowcap Island, now I will start reading over the bestiary and the referred or preferred. So starting off with the ice. So this is literally you can catch this anywhere. It's super easy, but since it is in the trash rarity, this is probably going to be hard to catch. So what you can do is try to get yourself some of the trash bait. What this does, I can find it, gives you a universal minus 250 luck. This is horrible, but also good because this means if you have way too much luck or just using a good rod, you're almost always going to catch these horrible fish. And once again, though, this fish prefers just the maggots, or the magnet if you want to use that. But the next thing is the Pollock. So the Pollock is the very first common. This one likes rain or foggy during the summer. It does not have a preferred thing, and it is the biggest zone right here to fish from. Super easy to catch if you're just fishing right into this zone. And then the next fish is going to be the Grayling. So I believe around the island, anywhere around the island, there should be a zone for each fish. But this one likes the insect bait, foggy during the day in spring or summer. So I don't know specifically where the zone is. It's probably that one right there. That's the Arctic Char. Nope. But if you just circle around the map, you'll probably find it. If not, it's super common. You can probably just fish it up normally. And then the next one we're going to look at will be the bluegill. So the bluegill is going to like and prefer the insect bait during clear weather in summer or spring. Bluegill, super easy to catch. Once again, these are only commons. Now, the next one we're going to look at is the herring. So the herring has its own zone right here if you just want to speed up the process of catching it. It prefers the shrimp in clear, windy weather during day or in the seasons of summer and spring. Once again, super easy to catch. I don't think that actually is required because, once again, this is a very, very common fish to catch. And now the next one we're going to look at is the red drum. So this one is an insect bait caught during spring or autumn. Once again, you can just head on over to the official fish Wikipedia. You can check the current times and dates, or if you want to figure out how to check this, you can come on down to the right hand side. Above your level, you can see the season, the time of the day, the weather, and if there's a special event happening, it'll be on over to the left like an aurora. But so as I can see, it is summer, night, clear, and there's no actual special event happening. So heading back on over into the index, we will start off with the first uncommon, which is the Arctic Char. So this one prefers insect bait during spring or autumn. Once again, that is the one zone out there. Once again, all of these starting ones lower than the unusuals and the rares are going to be so easy to catch because they're just commons and uncommons. But so back over, we're going to look over the Burbot. So the Burbot is a minnow during foggy in the season of autumn. Super easy to catch once again. And if you do not have the required bait for each fish, what you can do is just come on up here, and I believe you can purchase crates somewhere further up into the island. If not, you can just head back on over to Moosewood and buy it there. Now, the next fish we are going to look over is going to be the Blackfish. So this one prefers the worms during night. Once again, though, if you do not know how to switch the weather, you can use a sundial totem, and I'll have a video at the end of this one on the way you can buy the sundial totem to force change the time. time. I'll just show you how it works real fast. So what you do is you pull out your sundial totem. Yeah, I have them in my inventory. You're going to pull out a sundial totem, and upon using it, it will speed up the day cycle, switching it immediately from night to day or day to night. So now the next fish is going to be the first unusual. So this is the Lingcod. The Lingcod, which prefers fish head during windy day in the seasons of autumn or summer. So the fish head is actually a legendary bait. So I would prefer, it would be a lot easier if you go on over to like Turrican Island and you purchase the fish head bait via a advanced bait crate, because that will make it so much easier and more common. It's actually one of the most common to get from that crate instead of a normal bait crate. Once again, that'll just make it a lot easier. And the next fish we are going to look at after the Lingcod will be the Skipjack tuna. So the Skipjack tuna has literally no preferral, meaning it's probably going to be harder to catch. But once again, this isn't that hard if you have something like the Heaven's Rod and you are instant catching, because this thing has crazy amount of luck on it. So this will be actually quite easy for you. So that doesn't really matter. Next fish we are going to look at is the Glacier Pike. So the Glacier Pike prefers the insect bait during rain in the seasons of autumn or summer. The insect bait is fairly common to get. Once again, this is not going to be hard. It is a uncommon, has a universal luck. It's super easy to get. There is no preferred zone, I believe, for this fish, but that is not a problem. But this is when I should note some of these fish, though, you do need to come up to the top of Snowcap Island to actually get this fish. So we're going to head on up there real fast. There isn't like a direct way to get up island. I mean, there probably is. So we're just going to come on up. Yeah, so as you see, there's Snowcap Island and there is Upper Snowcap Island. Now, if you did not know, this is probably why you are struggling to catch some of the fish, is because there's actually a pond up here, as you see right here. And also, I did not even know this, but you can fish in the zone. Let's turn on our fish radar. But some of them will actually say that they have to be caught from this upper island. But what you can see is if you are looking over the fish, as you see, they can be found in the cold salt water of Snowcap Island. This means it is going to be found in the actual water that heads into the sea. And if it does not say this, then if you are struggling to catch it, it is caught from this little pond up here. So the Glacier Pike, once again, they are determined by their unique ice cold features, blah, blah, blah. None of this really tells you, but in the fresh water, so you're probably gonna have a better chance of catching this in the underwater section. And there's even a ladder in here to help you if you fall in. Just kind of useless, but regardless, we're going to move on to the next one, which is the first rare, which is the Sturgeon. So this one has a 79 kilogram, which was the largest, which was a big and sparkling. So the bait that this one prefers is the seaweeds. Once again, very common. As you see, I have almost 10,000 of them. Super easy to get, and that will make this fish probably one of the easier to catch, because once again, it's only a rare. So if you have higher luck, this will start being an easier one to catch. Now, this is when we will get into the legendaries. I would very recommend you getting luck with this. As you see, it is called the Pond Emperor. So once again, if this does not make sense to you, you're going to be fishing from this pond zone right here, or this tiny little area to fish it up. And this one, once again, will prefer the squid bait in clear weather during the winter season. So winter season is very common towards the end of the day, and the bait is super easy to get. But once again, you're just going to probably want to fish around in the pond just to increase your chances. Now, this is when we are going to get into the mythic. So the first mythic is the Ringle. So the Ringle is caught with the bagel bait during the clear and foggy weather during the nighttime. So we slap on our fish radar. I believe the Ringle is going to be one of the ones you just catch naturally. Probably head on to, there are fish zones in the back of the island, remember that, but the Ringle is not going to be one that is caught from a zone. That is actually my bad. Okay, but the next mythic, that is the final mythic in Snowcap Island, which is the Glacierfish, prefers the truffle worm, rain and foggy during the nighttime. It can be found more commonly in the Snowcap caves during the night. So what this means is if you did not know, there is a cave in Snowcap Island that actually is what's going to make it easier to catch this fish, because this actually is only obtained through this zone. So I'll head on over there real fast. The Glacierfish is only actually catchable in this little backside zone right here. So we're just going to head on into this cave. Once again, though, there's actually more to this cave. As you see, Snowcap Cave, there's actually a lot to this island. If you did not know, there's like the upper, lower, and there's a cave for it. You can come on through. There's even sections, ladders, all just to make the fishing easier. But so you're going to come in here and we're going to turn on our fish radar. And as you see, this is the only zone you can catch the Glacierfish from. But that will round out all of fish. If this video did help you out, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you do not want to manually catch this fish yourself, you can join my Discord server linked in the description, where you can definitely trade for it normally. And someone might guarantee you probably have this fish and trade it to you. But if this video did help you out, make sure to leave a like, and I'll see you on the next one.